Good evening, everyone. Here's a quick update on the van project. Got all the marker lights and tail lights taken out, and I've mocked up the placement of the replacement panels that we have here. As I had mentioned earlier, there's going to be some overlap of the panels, and we're going to have to make some decisions based on that. There's a tall panel that I bought here just in case that we ran into issues along the hinge line, but the smaller, longer, squatty panel runs up where the rust problem is, and I'd only have to make a small patch. So there's some concessions that I'm going to have to make. That tall patch also came with a long tail here to cover up all the spot welds, where the longer piece, yet shorter, is a little on the short side where I end up having to manufacture something. It's flat metal. I just have to go at it. So that's a concession. Um, but yeah, you see that there's another intersection here. We'll make the decision as we go along, as I clean it up and decide if there's more rust that I need to take care of in here. Then we'll make the decision to use the larger panel than using the smaller panel in here. Because if you have an intersection where there's a rust issue here, you can guarantee it'll come back. It's already there. It's there once. It'll come back if you continue driving it in the slop. And I don't plan on driving it in inclement weather, but just for the future. But yeah, that wheel arch panel goes up quite a bit. We're going to keep it below this body line. I want to keep it well below it so we can blend in the bodywork. It's a lot of work trying to blend in on a body line. You'll never really get it straight. You can, I'm not saying you can't, but it's a lot of work. And here's another concession you have to make. That's an intersection of the lower rocker skin that I bought, as well as the wheel arch. So what do you do here? We're going to figure that out. But based on the cancer that we have here, I'd probably, again, take it along the body line and go down with this initial panel, just for the fact that, well, it's apart, and when I weld it back together, I can actually spray a product in there or paint in a product to slow the rust down or prevent the rust from coming back, or slow the rust from coming back, because it'll always come back, even if you cut it out. But that was the idea there. If I intersected this panel with the lower rocker, I have no access. Well, I guess I could, but I'd have to cut this huge panel out to get the product down in there. But six of one, half a dozen of the other. We'll get there as we get there. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time overthinking this, because that's what I'm classically known for, is overthinking absolutely everything, and nothing really gets done. So you really just gotta get on it, don't overthink it. But yeah, you can see the lower rocker also. The Sharpie line's faint, but you can see it. There's a lot of meat there. We want to try to keep this below the body line. We don't want to be trying to tie into a body line, and it'll be okay. This is surface rust. If there's issue there, I'll make a concession and cut the panel up and then work it down, rather than doing a whole length of the body line and having a chance of waviness in the final bodywork. But that's basically what's going on here. I'm gonna get a little stool out, a little wheelie stool, so I can get comfortable. Put on a pair of knee pads. I get it. Anyway, get on whittling away at it. What we're gonna do is we're not going to cut on this line, because you do that, you're going to end up with a gap. So I'm going to cut well below the line, and then work with this bit here, see how bad it is, make that patch first, and then we'll cut into the new panel as we go along, because we don't want to be going above the line, or we'll be making a patch, and we don't want to not take out all this rust at the same time. So this is going to be the first bit. I'm going to work from the back to the front. It's kind of backwards, but because just because of the layout of the cancer at hand, I don't want to. I could start from the front to the back, but I want to get this done first, because that's where the majority of the problem lies, and we can get the back bumper on after we fog some paint in for now. So at least get this thing mobile again. I'm trying to keep this as mobile as we possibly can. Also, it's not to drive, just to get it in and out of the shop. I have a 64 Impala two-door hardtop that lives in here, and I really don't want it out in inclement weather, as it needs to have a place to be in the winter time as well. So we're going to get this done as quickly as we can within the time frame we've got and keep it mobile at the same time. So that's why we're tackling the back. The other side, the passenger side, it's not nearly as bad as this. So I'm going to reassess that when this side's finished, when this back corner's finished. We'll go onto the passenger side, have a look at it, and see if we want to tackle that before putting the bumper back on, and we'll make a decision from there. Right now it's all jacked up and against the one side of the wall here, so we're kind of tight for space on the passenger side. I can work on it, but we'll go from there. This got long-winded. We're gonna get at it here, have a bite to eat, and make some dust. Thank you for watching, everybody, and get off the couch, get in the garage. This is what it takes to get this done, especially on a rainy day. This is a good time to do this. Unfortunately, it's a sunny day, but all you got to do is get out into the garage and learn a little bit, get your hands dirty. Just even polishing things, it doesn't take a whole lot. You just keep the windows clean, and I haven't, obviously, but they were all nice and sparkly. Even though it's a crusty van, I kept it clean, and the seats are shredded. I put t-shirts over it. But any little thing you can do to improve the view, the visuals of your vehicle, if it's crusty like this, it keeps the eyes off of that crust. Mag wheels and nice tires and keeping them clean and the windows clean. People don't look at this. They look at the wheels and tires and they look at the glass and you keep it clean. And it really shows your level of patience with life, as well as how you feel about yourself and how you carry yourself, to not have to be a vein-filled person and be comfortable with driving something like this, or associating with somebody that has something like this is not hard when it's clean. But anyway, I'll shut up here, we'll get on it, and we'll keep moving forward. Thanks for watching.